For the past 4 months, I've been on the hunt for millionaires. I spent countless hours calling, emailing, and DMing in order to gather enough millionaires to make this video. I believe there's a pattern behind becoming a successful entrepreneur, and this is my attempt of exposing that pattern. To discover what the pattern is, make sure you have a notebook ready and take notes as you watch. Then after the video, take a look at your notes. In your notes will lie the patterns to success. Enjoy the video. If you were to give your number one most important piece of advice, what would it be?
Something starting my business so young that took me a long time to learn is you really need to find the right people to join you in the endeavor, because you're not going to be great at everything. So kind of just knowing what you're going to be great at and knowing what you need to find in other people, whether it be partners or employees, to fill in areas where you're weak, that will ultimately make you unstoppable.
Read. You know, Warren Buffett used to read he still reads 500 pages a day, and that's non-negotiable. Especially if you're you want to know about your space, about what you want to be an entrepreneur in. Also, you want to learn about other spaces, because that can help you innovate. You can cross-pollinate, you can learn what you did in other fields, and bring it to yours.
When you're deciding what you want to do, don't just base it on how much money you're going to make or what's going to make you the most amount of money. Figure out something that you can do that you're actually passionate about, that you actually want to do, that you love to do. And if you chase that, money will come and you'll actually be happy doing what you're doing every day.
The best advice I could give an aspiring entrepreneur would be to be patient and also do what you love. When you do what you love, it's not like going to work. It's like you're not working at all. And mistakes will happen. There'll be problems that'll come up, but you need to have the maturity to be able to understand the solutions to those problems. I myself personally have made every mistake once. The key is don't repeat that mistake.
So I wish when I first started my business, someone had told me how hard credit was going to be to get, and I would have signed up for every credit card I could get while I still had a job. It's very difficult to get credit from institutions once you start, because they see you as too high risk.
Stay in business. I think a lot of times people romanticize business, they romanticize entrepreneurship, and they don't understand that staying in business, money is the heartbeat of a business. And if your heart stops, you die. That's the only thing that determines whether you're living or not. If you run out of money, you're no longer an entrepreneur. So stay in business.
An aspiring entrepreneur, your biggest asset is your fearlessness, is your willingness to be naive and just go for it. Believing that you are invincible and you cannot lose. That is such a huge asset that later on in life, as life has gotten to you, as you have more experiences and you have more painful moments in your life, you'll lose that. And right now it is such a huge asset to be fearless and to just go for it and to not worry about what anybody else thinks. Tap into it, and tap into it as often as you possibly can, because that is where all the magic happens, is in the action.
Find your passion, what drives you, motivates you on a daily basis and long term. And the second part of that would be hard work and commitment. Never give up. It requires a strong constitution to delve into what really inspires you and motivates you to be creative.
Once you start to become successful on your own and ready to expand, don't assume that anybody else will work as hard as you do for your business, because now your future is in the hands of all your employees and all your network. Everybody will do the best job they can. Nobody will work like you did. So as soon as you leave a task in the hands of others, it will be done 80% versus 100, and that will be true for everything that you did until that point.
Yeah, the first piece of advice I give anybody who's looking to start their own business, no matter what it is just to be prepared that there's going to be a period of time where no one is buying whatever it is that you're selling. And you need to have some reserves that are built up for that, and just be ready for it.
So the biggest piece of advice I would give to entrepreneurs early on is to find a mentor. So find yourself somebody that you want to be like. And you may need several mentors for different things. You may need a business mentor, you may need a mentor for maybe speaking, maybe you need a mentor for marketing. But go around, find yourself somebody that can help you achieve whatever your end goal that you have in your mind, and ask them. You'd be surprised how many people are willing to help you out if you just simply ask them. And one of the biggest mistakes that I have is perhaps not finding a mentor earlier on, but certainly I was able to find some incredible mentors that have helped me get to the point where I'm at today.
Just don't be fearful. Just go all out. If you feel like there's something that you want to do that nobody's done before, just go for it. You won't know until you try.
To leverage relationship capital and lose the ego. Leveraging relationship capital is using your network, because when you use your network, that's going to allow you to exponentially grow, and the right people can open doors for you, and you can also attract the right talent to grow. Secondarily, by losing the ego and being the dumbest person in the room, you surround yourself with rock stars, which enables your company to grow. Too many times aspiring entrepreneurs make the mistake of letting their ego get in the way of growth, and they feel like they have to have all the answers, and they push away talented people, so it kind of limits your company's ability to expand and grow.
Get to know yourself, because not everybody's cut out to being an entrepreneur. It sounds very glamorous in the beginning, but it's somewhat like child raising. The fun's in the conception, not in the raising. But it's once you've conceived the child, you're strapped with it. You've got to raise that child, do your best. You have a fiduciary duty to put that child in front of your own interest. And not everybody's up to that challenge. They like the dream of having their own business and having the freedom of their own business, but they're really not prepared for the responsibility that goes with it.
Be patient. It's the hardest part when you want to get going. But the smartest thing is to be patient. Let deals come to you. There's going to be a ton of opportunities in your life. It's really like building that business plan and staying focused and patient to your process is huge.
My biggest challenge was getting over the fact that people are going to judge you on your journey. Throughout this entire process of me getting to where I'm at now, especially using social media, I just always felt like what are people gonna think about this? What if I don't make it? What's my family gonna think? What are my friends gonna think? After I kind of just let all of that go and I realized that at the end of the day, it's for me, it's for my business, that's where I really started to see the results come into play. So I would just preach to not listen to all the outside noise and kind of just believe in yourself, keep your head down and keep on working towards your goal.
The biggest thing it takes is the ability to, or the courage to take a risk. Most of the time, the life of an entrepreneur, the reason why you're going down that route is because big risk, big reward. So, you take that risk and, don't be afraid of what you do and just go after it. And, I think that'll get you where you want to be at as long as you don't give up.
Generally, when you're an entrepreneur, you are dealing with your own capital. So you want to make sure you spend it in the right place and do every bit of research you can prior to putting your own money out, because it's very hard to get your own capital, let alone invest it into something.
Find a mentor. Find someone that's done it before. Be humble about it. Ask them for advice. Most people that are successful in any industry want to help.
I think there are a lot of people like Elon Musk who come out with different paths for their entrepreneurship. He starts out as like a developer and then goes on to rockets and cars and everything, right? But not everybody's Elon Musk. I think it's really important to pick something that you're going to be passionate about from the beginning, because if you get 20 years in and you feel like it's not the thing for you, you can lose a lot of momentum.
Most entrepreneurs, when they're starting out, have a passion for the work that they do, and they're focused on producing their product or their service. But having a better knowledge of sales and marketing is something I think is very important. A lot of people get involved because they have that passion for the product, but maybe they don't know about sales and marketing as much as they should. And that's something I really wish I had spent much more time studying when I was younger.
One piece of advice I give to an aspiring entrepreneur is either commit right now or don't, but you're gonna have to make the decision right now that whatever you're gonna pursue, you're gonna be successful in no matter what, regardless of how many roadblocks or pitfalls you experience, that you're gonna get back up. And just that life in everything. If you look at stocks, if you look at a heartbeat, it goes up and it goes down. It goes up and it goes down. This is the pattern of life, and you start to recognize patterns. So the pattern of life is to go up and down. If you're going on the right trend, you're continuously doing that at a gradual pace of up, which means you're learning, right? Which means you're taking in new information, which means you're applying new information, you're getting new problems. This is a good thing. So one piece of advice I give to entrepreneurs is commit now or don't. Make the decision.
One piece of advice is save your money. Me jumping into real estate, I didn't have like a nest egg. I thought I'd get licensed and do $1 million deals tomorrow, and that wasn't the case. I didn't do my first deal for 8 months. So I was making zero money. I had no second job. I was just like eating PBJs and like broke, like as I was trying to like lead generate. So one piece of advice, definitely save money. So if whatever you're trying to do doesn't work out, you have something to fall back on and you don't like have your lights go off. You have money for bills and for your life.
So one piece of advice that I would say to aspiring entrepreneurs is to follow your heart. Like follow what you love to do. Because for me in my journey, I realized that, you know, I started a bunch of different businesses, but I really love the journey of it. Even though I failed, I still love the process. And by loving the process, I was able to continue going until I got the result.
One piece of advice I wish I'd gotten early on, or that I would give an aspiring entrepreneurs, is first of all, understand that it's gonna be so much harder to go this way than to go the other way. And that's gonna mean that whether it's on a daily basis or a weekly or a monthly basis, you're gonna have a lot of very obvious reasons in front of you why it seems like maybe you're crazy, maybe it's not worth it, maybe you should quit. And if you don't have a really, really clear picture of why you're working so damn hard to do it the non-traditional way, then you're just not gonna be on a solid enough foundation to see it through, because it really, really is that hard.
Always have the positive energy, because when you have this positive attitude, always thinking at the positive aspect of the business, this gives you strength and also make the people around you feel better. If you want customer, you get more customer. If you want more deal, you want to be able to make more deal. So for me, the number one rule is being positive.
After taking note and listening to all the answers, comment down below what you think the key takeaways are. And if there's any other millionaires watching this video, go ahead, comment down below some of your advice. Or billionaires and trillionaires, I don't discriminate. You don't have to only be a millionaire. Now, I also asked all the millionaires 19 other questions. If people want to see it, then I'll release the other questions that I asked. With that said, if you want to leave a like on this video, that'd be awesome. And of course, comment down below, really helps with the YouTube algorithm. Anyway, thanks for watching.